Any freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
This is Secret Service Sam. What's happening? Come on into the feed. This is Samson's World. Welcome everybody to Studio 8. Just getting these buttons plugged in and doing my thing. Happy Friday. Come on into the feed, guys. I'm bringing in some fresh 3i Atlas info. Here's something you need to know straight off the jump, and I'll say this a lot. Welcome everybody from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. We're live everywhere. But guys, NASA, they had nothing new to say. All they did was gaslight us about 3i Atlas. It's so cute. We love that everybody is talking about space. We love it, but you know, it's cute. But guys, it's just a comment. But look, Avi Loeb was on the other day, and Avi Loeb is saying they still cannot say that this was not an alien. And I also have a hot video of alleged UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, be on NASA's feed, and then all of a sudden the feed is cut short. I will bring that video in ASAP. Rocky, right now, check this, bad little ones. Hang on one second. It's a beautiful Friday. Yes, the rain has stopped raining, and it's sunshine again. Okay, come on now. Where is this? No. Come on, baddies. Where is that recent Dislound? Why is this doing this to me? Hang on, Patriots. I'm going to bring this in real quick. I mean, this is crazy. We got a quick little show for you today. It's just going to be a hot quickie, is what we call this in the business. Let me pull this in for you real quick. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Friday, by the way. It is Freaky Friday, matter of fact. I plan to get pretty freaky this weekend. I want to get freaky with you. Here it is. Look at this.
Stream feed was cut off when two mysteriously shaped objects in the upper layers of the atmosphere were seen flying over a polar region, right? Check this out, and I'll speak to you in a moment.
Pole. I don't know if it's auto-tracking something, and then these come into sight. Don't know what they are, and then it zooms in really close on one.
Look at this. Look at those.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yep. That's crazy.
What the heck was that?
Now, I remember seeing this piece of footage a long while ago, some years ago, in fact, but now it's resurfacing online again. And in the aspect that we're seeing more NASA livestream footage come up again, I thought we'd just kind of talk.
Yep, I think NASA is hiding something for sure. Hello, Sam. Hello, Silky Sweet 40. Thanks for tuning in. Not a comment. It's way more interesting and alien made. I totally agree with you. I'm so glad there's other like-minded people out there. Sam, have you seen anything posted yet that is headed for Earth? As I know, it'll be here eventually, and then world will know the truth. That is true. NASA is hiding something. You know when you're being gaslit. You know when they're like, we're really happy that everybody is enjoying space like we do. That's so great because that's why I became an astronaut. No, quit lying to us. Why do you have to act like this couldn't actually be possible? That's the kind of stuff that pisses the American people off. We want the truth, baby.
Reaction.
I'll show you this. Hold on. I got lots of goods. Here's Avi Loeb, guys. Avi Loeb is just sitting here like he wrote in 12-page
pushing
paper
for these images to be released. So is
talking
he now
about how this
convinced
is an
that
anomaly.
it's not alien technology? Let's ask him. Harvard professor Avi Loeb joins me now. Okay, Avi, you've been telling me for months now that you think this might be an alien object. Is this a disappointment?
No.
No, because there wasn't much new information released. In fact, we knew most of the details that were mentioned today from the scientific sharing of data from the Hubble Space Telescope, the Webb Space Telescope. And what they uncovered was the skin of the object, basically that some ices and perhaps some dust that evaporates when the sun illuminates that surface. But even if you consider a spacecraft that travels through the cold interstellar medium, it would accumulate over time ices and dust on it that would be released, and you don't need large quantities to explain that data, and you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover.
That's right.
So are you saying,
It sounds like Count
it could still
Dracula.
be an alien object?
Yes.
Well, I'm saying the data that was shared today did not provide us with new information, and in fact the NASA officials did not address the basic puzzles about this object. The mass of the object is 1,000 times more than the previous one, 1,000,000 times more than the first one. Why are we so lucky to receive such a huge package? Why is it flying in the plane of the planets? Why is there much more nickel than iron in what it sheds?
I want all these questions. Yeah. Why are we so lucky to get such a huge package? That's my question. We don't deserve it. Sam, just saw a thing about an orb or ship object above Area 51, but forget what place I saw it on. Okay, let me know if you find that out, Silky, because I can bring that little puptacular in here. But I believe Avi Loeb
that were not even mentioned. And, as Sherlock Holmes noted, there is nothing more deceptive than an obvious fact. They basically say that it's a familiar comet, but are not willing to address those anomalies. They didn't.
Months pushing for these images to be released. So
Yep. See, I love that. I love Avi Loeb. I believe Avi Loeb, guys. Okay. And if you don't, whatever, you can lobe out. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. Stuff is cray in the White House. Yes, guys, send any of those orb videos you got here.
Direct. This is really bad. And
this is crazy. President Trump has just threatened, allegedly, to kill Democrats, dude, to execute them. Listen to this video. He doesn't confirm it or deny it. And that's what's kind of creepy about it. Check this out.
To our country, the words cannot be allowed to stand. Seditious behavior from traitors. And you wanted to say punishable by death.
Right.
So people thought that you were saying death to those politicians. What were you saying?
Well, if you look at sedition, if you look at that type of, that's a very strong form of being a traitor. That's a terrible thing to say. I must tell you, I heard it, and I thought it was some kind of a comedy situation. I thought they would, it was some kind of a skit, and because I couldn't believe that they'd say it. And I watched Democrat congressmen and one Democrat senator yesterday on one of the shows. Didn't even want to discuss it. They said, whoa, don't get me into that one. They didn't want to get into it. That is a really serious charge. I'll tell you what they said is, and it was, I don't know about the modern day things, because, modern day is a lot softer, but in the old days, if you said a thing like that, that was punishable by death.
Yeah, but you're not threatening them. A lot of people are interpreting there's a threat and there's security.
Well, I'm not threatening them, but I think they're in serious trouble. I would say they're in serious trouble. I'm not threatening death, but I think they're in serious trouble. In the old days, it was death.
Do you worry, Mr. President?
Seditious behavior. What's interesting is that was a big deal.
He says he's not threatening
punishable
death,
by death.
He says he's not threatening death, but then he says, but in the old days, it was punishable by death. It's like you're suggesting it's not a threat.
People thought that you were saying death to those politicians. What were you saying?
He's crazy, man. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure how far we can go with this one. Check this out. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. That's right. I love me some Jasmine Crockett, you guys. Check her out.
Only has Secretary Noem been busy filming propaganda ads. She's also been busy cashing.
she's going in on Christy Nome, man. It's
and on millions of taxpayer dollars.
Which is
in fact,
interesting to know.
Secretary Nome has funneled millions of dollars to a company called the Strategy Group. The Strategy Group helped Secretary Nome win her campaign to become the governor of South Dakota.
Interesting.
Corey Lewandowski, her top policy advisor, has worked with the firm. And the company's CEO is married to Secretary Nome's chief spokesperson, Mrs. Tricia McLaughlin.
Sketchy.
This is what corruption looks like.
This
They're
is
stealing
what
money from the American people's pockets and depositing it into their bank accounts. Nome. Not only has Secretary
Man, I love me some Jasmine Crocketang. She just tells the truth. She's the truth, and people don't like the truth, man. They really don't like it. Trump saying that was a textbook example of stochastic terrorism. Dang, that's some heavy words. I like that. Action-packed. Action-packed, good to have you on the feed today. Back into Avi Loeb, guys.
You know, the main anomaly that I find extremely puzzling, and they didn't even mention it, is the size of the object. So based on the data that we have by now, which is not just the Webb telescope data that they mentioned, but other details, it looks like the object is at least 5 kilometers in diameter and maybe more. And that means that it's at least 1,000 times more massive than the previous comet. It should raise a big question. How is that possible? So this should be really a puzzle. They should have mentioned it as a puzzle, but they don't even mention that. And the second is, why do we have it in the plane of the planets? I mean, obviously, it's a great fortune that all the NASA observatories can look at it, and they mentioned the fact that they look at it. They're really happy about the fact that they could monitor it all the time. But that fact that they can monitor it all the time is really a miracle, because only 1 in 500 incoming objects would be aligned so well with the ecliptic plane of the planets that allows all these NASA assets to be used. So they don't comment about that. So all the things that appear extremely rare, you know, like all these features, maybe they say something that is not well understood. So NASA, you know, these administrators basically are trying to portray an image of an unusual comet because it came from a different environment, but they don't attend to the fact that there are extremely rare properties of this comet that should puzzle them.
It's interesting. So action packed is saying, I don't see how the size plays any role into anything. There's roaming objects from the size of a grain of sand to the size of supermassive black holes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the size, I mean, look, they always say the size matters. And I guess he's saying it was 1,000 times bigger than anything before. But I get your point is the size doesn't make it alien or not alien. It could be a tiny alien ship the size of a grain of sand that we'd like Ant-Man, you know, or it could be a giant. We don't know. Meanwhile, we got a flashlight pointing into the clouds photo from, yes, NASA. NASA's photos were shit. I was so disappointed. I'd be like, bro, what? Like, bro, I paid you to go out into the freaking chasms and get that? I want to puke. NASA's photos are shite. Let me bring it in. Dude, boo on NASA. Like, what the hell, bro? I have friends who have like a long telephoto lens that are getting better shots than you are. I'd hate to see your pictures of the moon, you asshats. They're doing nothing, you guys. NASA, that was so... I have never felt so pissed off in my life. I was like, you guys are NASA? Let me pass it along to somebody else. I was like, screw you. I don't need 4 people to lie to me for over an hour, bro, for a freaking live feed. You guys lied to us, NASA. I believe Avi Loeb. Okay? You believe who you want to, but that's who I'm sticking with. And I have a question. This is kind of random. This is a little random, but what the hell is going on with Steve Bannon's face? Huh? It's an infestation of the herpes, of the third kind of herpes, bro. If you want to know, I mean, look at this guy. What a freaking leech. And he gives advice to young Americans. Sorry, I'm digressulating. Fully digressulated here. But look at this. Look at that lip, bro. Take a pill for that, you sicko. A fish rots from the head down. That's brilliant. Let me put his picture back up. A fish rots from the head down. A fish rots from the head down. And when your head starts rotting, your head doesn't hang around. He's a fish rotten from the head down. Yes, his brain is just turning into maggots. His brain is melting away because he's such a terrible person. That's how he's having it. Oh, fish rots from the head down. Yes, a fish rots from the head down. I say a fish rots from the head down. And Steve Bannon is a rotting fish. Hey! Killing it on a Friday. I love you guys. It's funny. Thank you, Action Pass. Yes, a fish rots from the head down. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in the cage. Comic C Amoke, let me know how I can help. Thank you, sir. Yeah, come on the feed sometime if you want. Let's get you more followers. Yes, let's get me more followers. You know, actually, this is exciting. I should be like, as we speaking, I'm going mad viral. I don't know what it is. Sometimes TikToks, I make a bunch of videos every single day. I even teach seminars on how yourself, if you want to build a following, you know, I can show you what to do. I am at 539,000.9. That means I am just about to hit 540,000 followers on TikTok. That's a huge milestone for me. On Instagram, right now, I think I'm at about 21,000.3. That's great. YouTube is where I really need you guys to go, man, because my YouTube is at 10,700. I'm right under 11,000, and that's where the money is, baby. If you can get good on YouTube, that is where they say you can make the bucks. But again, if you want to puke on site, just look at Steve Bannon's face, right? Or guys, if you're ever in the bed and you're about to bust, you want to go too quick, look at a picture of Steve Bannon's face. Or if you ever feel bad about yourself and you're feeling you're insecure and you're like, oh man, I'm not cute, man. I'm not awesome. Look at a picture of Steve Bannon's face. He's an awful person. He's talking about Trump doing a third term. That's the most unconstitutional shit I've ever heard in my life. I didn't know. I'm a Constitution bro, man. I am hardcore now. Have you heard about the fossilized microbial life found on Mars? We cut the NASA budget so we can't retrieve them. So China is going to snatch them up their next trip. We hope they share the rocks. What are these? What does that mean? Microbial life. So you mean there's been life found in Mars and they're going to bring that shit here, Action Packed? Is that what you're telling me? That's crazy. That shit cray. Bing, 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 bing. That shit cray. Bing, 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 bing. That shit cray. Guys, 3i Atlas is here. It's above us. Does anybody have a telescope to see it? I need to buy a telescope and just throw it out the roof of my house right here. As you can see, I'm in Studio 8, but the ceiling above me is about 20 feet high. I'm in the attic, baby. I am like the, you know, Ted Kaczynski, baby. I'm up in the manifesto shed, just, you know, be broadcasting out to the world. Anybody who can hear me, mayday, mayday. This is a peaceful transmission. I am just reaching out for people who believe in love, kindness, doing unto others as you've done to yourself. Everybody having their rights and having a good life. That's what I'm about. If you have a problem with that, you can drop off my feed, but I still wish you well. I wish all my haters well. That's what people don't understand. Bless you, haters. I hope you get everything you want out of life. I hope you get everything. I hope you get all the fame and the fortune and all the clout and all the views, everything that you want. I hope you have the most followers out of I hope you beat Mr. Beast. I hope you're bigger than Mr. Beast and you're making more money than him. And you know why? I don't give a shit. I'm digressulating because I don't care. I want you to be happy so you'll leave me alone and stop. See, if you have everything you need, you have your nice pool, all your flexes and everything. You don't need me. You don't need to focus on what I got. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You get what I'm saying, guys? Totally digressing here, but dang. I want to hear more about these fossils they found on Mars. Microbes, it should be a bigger story than 3i Atlas because it's actual aliens, just microscopic. Oh, God, you just blew my mind again. Hang on, let me look this up. Okay, let me look this up. Microscopic aliens found on Mars. No shit. Is there anything? Nope, I don't have anything. Hold on. Looking it up, guys. I am looking it up. Microscopic life found on Mars. In the meantime, here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. No conclusive evidence of past or present microscopic life has been found on Mars in the meantime. However, recent findings by NASA's Perseverance rover have identified strong potential biosignatures and rock samples that could point to ancient microbial life, which you're talking about, sparking significant scientific interest. Key findings and current status. Potential biosignatures in September 2025 is recent. NASA announced that a rock sample nicknamed Java Falls, we call him Java Falls. My name is Java Falls. I am a rock from Mars, and I have a certain set of microbial signatures inside my butt crack. Anyway, I'm digressulating. Collected by the Perseverance rover in Jezero Crater, contains a combination of organic molecules, minerals, vivinite, and greigite, and specific textures that on Earth are often byproducts of microbial metabolism. This is crazy. Most promising evidence to date, scientists describe these findings as the clearest sign yet of potentially ancient life on Mars. What happened on Mars? That's my question. Hang on. Sam, go to Ray's astrophotography and see the latest stream of Atlas is cool, says from the backyard. And oh my God, you're so good to me. You're so good to me, you guys. Ray's astrophotography. Okay. I'm going there. Ray's astrophotography. Oh man, this is getting good. 3i Atlas. Let's see. Okay.
At 3i Atlas, that mysterious interstellar object racing through our solar system. Check this out. This is a new image. It shows glowing greenish, streaming jets. And if you look closely, there is that one.
Wait a minute.
And tonight, maybe our sharpest look.
Let me get it. Let me pull it in. Dang it, I don't need an ad. Hang on, Patriots. I'm going to pull this one in.
Through our solar system. Check this out. This is a new image. It shows it glowing greenish, streaming jets. And if you look closely, there is that rare anti-tail, the astro.
Let's see it.
Actually looks like a comet. I've heard it said that comets are like cats. They have tails and they kind of do whatever they want. This one generated a million questions, a lot of like really wild.
Guys, this is good. I'm bringing this footage in right now. Just hang on.
As a person that's seen this through,
there may still be life on Mars. Remember the movie Total Recall? That's what that was all about, I think.
When we heard
here it is. I'm going to bring it in. I just took a little screen recording, bringing it into the biosphere. Also, by the way, Oscar winner Kevin Spacey says he's broken homeless. Why? Because I think he was a pedophile, allegedly. I heard a story about Harry Dreyfus, who was Richard Dreyfuss's son. They were on set. Henry Dreyfus, either Harry Dreyfus, I believe. He was actually a stand-up comedian. I have done a show with him, and He claims allegedly that his dad was sitting in a chair, like over to the side, and he was sitting on the couch with Kevin Spacey, and Kevin Spacey had a script, put it over his lap, and started to put his hand on his you-know-whats. It is all allegedly. But I got to say, I just don't feel real bad for Kevin Spacey right now because a lot of people are saying that's what happened to him. The perv. Who do we got in here? Thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate all of you guys. Let me bring you in some more of the clearest pictures of 3i Atlas. Again, this is ridiculous that our own government can't give us appropriate. NASA gave us nothing. Look at this. Look at this video I'm about to bring in. Why are we even playing around with NASA anymore, dude? We shouldn't even listen to that shit. Their live feed, they just did that. That was clout, man. They just did that to try and get followers and get their live feed money up because they know they're broke as fuck now because NASA just sucks. Okay.
Sharpest look yet at 3i Atlas, that mysterious interstellar object racing through our solar system. And check this out. This is a new image. It shows it glowing greenish.
Can you see it,
streaming
guys?
jets.
It's
And if you look,
not the greatest. Hold on. Let me fix it for you. Let me fix it for you real quick, guys. This is crazy. In the meantime, have you guys seen this? Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. Sam, new update news on unexplained mysteries. This woman just released a video of an alien entity that landed in Las Vegas. Looks like Ken's K-25 in a way. Holy shit. Can you send me that video, please? NASA needs the money. Trump is destroying their budget. Exactly. I agree, Action Packed. Let me fix this video here. Okay, crop it, top it, sell it to the butcher in the store. Hey, crop it, drop it, sell it to the butcher in the store. Yeah, crop it, drop it, sell it to the butcher in the store. Grab it. Okay, come on, send it over. Here we go. Bringing in the clearest image we have of 3i Atlas, the clearest image you're ever going to see in your whole lifetime. Not really, but look at this thing.
Sharpest look yet at 3i Atlas, that mysterious interstellar object racing through our solar system. And check this out. This is a new image. It shows it glowing green.
I don't know how it is.
Streaming jets. And if you look closely, there is that rare anti-tail, the Astro. Actually looks like a comet. I've heard it said that comets are like cats. They have tails and they kind of do whatever they want. This one has generated.
Dude, look at that image, you guys. NASA, how do you guys have a shitty image? And look at that thing, clear as day. Everybody see that? That is 3i Atlas, guys. That thing is huge. Action packed. What do you think about that picture? What do you guys think? This is the latest. This is it. This is it, guys. Hey, we're pushing the feed up, guys. If you want to give any of those surprise little badges, please do. I'm still learning how to work all that stuff here on the live feed, but I really, really appreciate you guys hooking it up, hooking a brother up, as they say. This is looking really good. This is the latest we have of 3i Atlas. Look at this. Look at that in all her beauty. It's just, I'm fascinated by this. But did you hear this news real quick? Let me take this down. Did you hear what the Department of Education just did?
Education has now come out with the list of degrees that they are saying will no longer be considered professional.
Mm-hmm.
And this list will take effect July of 2026.
26, yep.
Some of the degrees that they said are no longer professional include a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, advanced nurse practitioner, nurse practitioners, a physician assistant, teachers, a speech language pathologist, and there's more.
That's crazy, man.
But when I saw this again, I couldn't believe it. Because what does...
But see, do you guys know what they're doing? Tell them.
On the back end, that means that they are attacking female-dominant fields.
Yep.
That's a major blow right there.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, people that are interested in those specific degrees will have a lesser chance in getting the federal funding that they need
Exactly.
to get in those programs. And people voted for this.
See, and this is, if you guys don't quite get it, what's crazy about this, yeah, Linda McMahon needs to go, is that basically if you can't afford to go to college and you need to apply for a loan, that they won't qualify the loan because they say that's not a professional degree, which is insane. My wife is a speech therapist. She works with special needs kids. This is disgusting. It's just, I was telling my mom today, we're going to have to undo so much of the bullshit that they're doing. Just going to have to undo it all. What is this? No, that's not it. It's just incredible, man, how much they like to work backwards, dude. It's crazy. Did you guys hear this one too? Praz from the Fugees?
From the Fugees, no.
This is crazy.
Killing me softly with his song, giving campaign donations to Obama, killing me softly. So, allegedly, apparently, Praz got...
Yes, I totally agree with you, Action Pact. Yeah, Linda, I hope they're all prosecuted for this shit. Anybody who deserves to be prosecuted, I hope you're prosecuted. That's just how this world should work. The elite have wanted to destroy the Department of Education for decades. They want that funding money for themselves, and they'd rather have private schools that limit who can go and what they teach. Exactly. That's what it is. It's indoctrination is all they want. They want control. He who controls the money controls the people.
Sentenced to 14 years. They were trying to give him life, yo. When I'm just sitting here like watching the administration take money from foreign assets and all this. So $120 million he got from this guy. He got $120 million from Malaysian billionaire Jolo, is what they call him. Jolo. Jesus, is that like J-Lo? But the Malaysian version. And they stirred, and sent some of that money to Obama's campaign. Baby.
Hilarious.
I mean, it goes to show you.
This goes to show you, this is crazy. So Trump and all them are just obviously doing all this stuff, and Praz gets 14 years. Did you hear about the people freaking out at Mamdani? No, Mamdani was so funny. He was in the White House today, and President Trump called him a jihadist, and a reporter, I think Caitlin Collins, goes, "Are you going to call him a jihadist?" And he goes, no, because he's not a tough bully. He doesn't say it to your face. So funny, dude. I have to go pick up my daughter, you guys. Is it okay? Are you guys, if I come back live in another 15 minutes, are you guys going to be, can you come back? Because I have more, I want to talk more. And I know it's Friday. So let me go pick up my daughter and I will come back to you guys. I promise. Can you guys do that? Yep. It's a 2-tier justice system. That's right, my friend. The money and the no money. You'll come back. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Seriously. Action Packed and Silky Sweet, I am naming you guys my 2 best listeners of the whole entire world. So I really appreciate you guys. And I got to go pick up my daughter and my other kid, my other son. But I will be back here. I love you guys. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world.
Can you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?